Well, hello again, my delicious little demons. It's your hostess of horror, your diva of the dark, Fiona Hex, back for night 3 of our 31 Nights of Terror. And tonight, we're answering a call that just won't quit. That's right, fiends, it's 976 Evil 2. Now, if you thought One Satanic Hotline was bad, wait until you see what happens when the charges roll over into the sequel. Released in 1991, 976 Evil 2 ditched Robert Englund in the director's chair and handed the devil's phone over to Jim Wynorski. Yes, that Jim Wynorski, the king of B-movie sequels and late-night cable wonders. If you've ever watched a movie with more cleavage than plot, you've probably seen his work. Instead of our nerd-turned-demon hoax from the first film, we get a brand new creep, a prison-bound psychic killer named Mr. Grubeck. And let me tell you, this guy gives long-distance charges a whole new meaning. Through the power of, you guessed it, demonic phone lines, he keeps right on killing from his jail cell. Talk about unlimited minutes. Now, behind the scenes, this sequel didn't exactly have Hollywood magic working in its favor. The budget? Smaller. The effects? Cheesier. The story? Even stranger. But that's what makes it a guilty pleasure. So buckle up, my night creatures, we're diving headfirst into psychic prison breaks, over-the-top kills, and a sequel that proves sometimes you can get a wrong number, and it'll still try to kill you. Alright, my creepy callers, here's the gist of 976 Evil 2. The Satanic Hotline is still alive and kicking. Apparently customer service in hell never goes on strike. This time, it's less about teenage angst and more about a nasty little fellow named Mr. Grubeck. He's a college professor, a psychic, and oh yeah, a murderer. Grubeck gets himself tossed in the slammer, but thanks to the old hotline from Hades, he develops a nifty little trick, astral projection. Yep, he leaves his body behind bars and goes out on ghostly field trips to kill whoever he wants. That's what I call a work-from-home plan. Enter our heroine, Robin, played by Debbie James. She's a small-town girl who figures out something fishy is going on when Grubeck's victims start piling up. Alongside Spike, the leather jacket bad boy survivor from the first film, they try to shut down Grubeck's long-distance murder spree before he racks up a body count big enough to max out even hell's phone bill. The kills range from creepy to completely bonkers. Yes, there's a scene involving a horror movie marathon and a character literally sucked into Night of the Living Dead. Don't ask, just enjoy. By the time the finale rolls around, we've got astral duels, demonic dreamscapes, and enough neon lightning bolts to power a hair metal concert. Now let's be honest, my spooky sweethearts, nobody is putting 976 Evil 2 on their list of top 10 greatest horror masterpieces. Critics at the time pretty much filed it under another forgettable sequel, and they weren't wrong. The story? Wobbly as a three-legged coffin. The acting? Let's just say you won't find anyone winning an Oscar here. And Jim Wynorski's direction? Well, he's not exactly trying to reinvent horror cinema, but he is having fun with it. But here's the thing, that's why it's fun. This is pure midnight movie entertainment, the kind of thing you stumble on while flipping through late-night cable, and instead of turning it off, you sit there giggling at how ridiculous it all is. This is less a scary horror film and more a supernatural comic book splashed across your screen. Let's talk about the good stuff. First, the kills, over the top, weirdly creative, and gloriously cheesy. That Night of the Living Dead mashup? Totally bonkers, but you've gotta love the audacity. Second, the pacing. It actually moves quicker than the original, cutting the slow burn moodiness and going straight for campy fun. And third, there's Spike. Patrick O'Brien's leather jacket biker boy is back from the first film, and fans of the original say he's one of the only reasons to watch both. Now for the bad stuff. Robin, our heroine, is about as bland as boiled bones. Some of the dialogue is so stiff you could prop up a vampire coffin with it. And the budget? Oof. This one looks every bit the early 90s direct-to-video sequel it is. But that's the charm, isn't it? We don't watch these flicks expecting high art. We watch them because they're wild, campy, and a little bit trashy. It's a fun, spooky ride for fans of cult sequels and B-movie mayhem. So if you go in expecting the next Exorcist, you'll be disappointed. But if you want neon lightning, astral murders, and a horror movie that feels like it was made to be watched on a fuzzy VHS tape at 2 a.m., this one delivers. So, my darling demons, 976 Evil 2 isn't exactly a masterpiece of the macabre. The script is wobbly, the budget's tighter than Dracula's coffin lid, and half the acting feels like it wandered in from a soap opera. But you know what? None of that matters because it's fun. It's campy. It's the kind of horror junk food we gobble up at midnight with a wicked grin. This sequel doesn't scare your socks off, but it'll keep you entertained with its bonkers astral killer plot, neon lightning bolts, and more cheese than a haunted pizzeria. And in the end, isn't that what we love about these cult classics? They're not perfect, they're perfectly imperfect. So if you're brave enough to dial in for more demonic long-distance charges, this one's worth a spin. Just remember, you can hang up, but Gruback will still find you. If you enjoyed tonight's nightmare with yours cruelly, Fiona Hex, then don't ghost me, sugar bats. Like this video, share it with your fellow ghouls, and hit that subscribe button before the devil sends you the bill. And don't miss tomorrow night, when our 31 Nights of Terror continues with a new tale of thrills and chills that'll have you sleeping with the lights on. Until then, sweet screams, my little monsters.